Hello, this is Michael Constans, Trevor Hawkins, Camille and Yongpeng. We are presenting on the endocrine system as well as the reproductive system. To start with the endocrine system. The endocrine system is the collection of glands that distribute hormones into the circulatory system to be carried toward other organs. The endocrine system is basically in charge of the growth of the body, the production of hormones to support the immune system, create adrenaline, and regulate growth and puberty, among many other things. A very important part of the endocrine system is hormones. Hormones are produced by endocrine glands. There are multiple of them. There are many of them. And the hormones are basically special chemical messengers that control most bodily functions, from simple basic needs like hunger to more complex systems such as reproduction. The major parts of the endocrine system are the pituitary gland, the hypothalamus, the thymus, the thyroid, the parathyroid, the adrenal gland, the pancreas, the ovaries, which are only in females, and the testes, which are only for males. The pituitary gland is located in the base of the brain, and it controls growth and development, and it oversees other endocrine glands. It produces the human growth hormone, which is possibly the most important hormone. It's kind of known as the master gland, since it oversees the others. The hypothalamus is also located in the brain. It's very important because it links the nervous system to the pituitary gland. It helps the pituitary gland to release hormones such as the growth hormone. The thymus is located in the neck, and it produces T cells for the immune system. It's very important during puberty especially to develop a strong immune system. The thyroid is a large gland in the neck that produces hormones to control metabolism. It governs functions such as the way the body uses energy, produces heat, and consumes oxygen. The parathyroid gland is also located in the neck. It produces parathyroid hormones, which regulate the amount of calcium in the blood and the bones. The adrenal glands are located right above the kidneys. They produce adrenaline, which is very important for short burst of energy, and steroids such as aldosterone and cortisol. It can also help to control the blood sugar. The pancreas secretes hormones of insulin and glucagon into the body. It's very important for the maintenance of a good blood sugar level. Diabetes actually occurs when the pancreas cannot produce enough insulin. The ovaries are only found in females. They produce estrogen and progesterone. They control the development of breasts and help maintain healthy menstrual periods. The testes, which are only found in males, produce testosterone. This promotes growth of the penis as well as facial and body hair. It also promotes production of sperm and helps to maintain healthy levels of muscle and bone mass. The pineal gland is another gland. It releases melatonin, which helps the body to realize when to go to sleep. The endocrine system is very important to other systems in the body, namely the immune system, the muscular system, and the circulatory system. For the immune system, the thymus is very important, which produces the T cells that the immune system needs. For the musculatory system, the pituitary gland and the hypothalamus are very important since they produce the human growth hormone, which helps the body to grow and develop. The circulatory system actually helps the endocrine system by distributing the hormones across the body. Some of the major diseases that either affect the endocrine system or are caused by the endocrine system include diabetes, hyperthyroidism, and hypoglycemia. Diabetes, as mentioned earlier, occurs when the pancreas cannot produce enough insulin or the body is not using the insulin in the right way. This usually results in too much sugar in the blood or high blood glucose. Hyperthyroidism is the overproduction of the thyroid hormone. This causes muscle weakness, poor tolerance of heat, and it greatly harms the body's ability to perform homeostasis. Hypoglycemia is the last one, which occurs when there's not enough blood sugar, which is also a problem of either the pancreas or the adrenal glands. This can result in stroke or death. The way the endocrine system functions in insects is different from the way it functions in humans. For example, in insects, 4 endocrine centers have been identified. The neurosecretory cells, which are found in the brain, produce hormones that affect growth, reproduction, homeostasis, and metamorphosis. The corpora cardiaca glands are basically in charge of, or play an integral role in molting. Prothoracic glands play a very important role in the reproductive systems of insects. Corpora allata glands regulate reproduction as well as metamorphosis. The main similarities here are growth and reproduction as well as homeostasis. However, in insects, the endocrine system has an involved role in metamorphosis, which is obviously not applicable to humans. To close with some fun facts about the endocrine system, diabetes was once diagnosed by tasting urine. Plants can produce hormones without an endocrine system. The stress causes the endocrine system produce more hormones, and the placenta of a pregnant woman can actually secrete hormones.
The reproductive system is a series of connected organs and glands whose primary function is reproduction. In the male, these organs consist of the testes, penis, seminal vesicles, prostate, and urethra, and in the female, the ovaries, fallopian tubes, uterus, vagina, and vulva. The major function of these organs is that of reproduction, in which the survival and perpetuation of the human species is ensured. The male reproductive system consists of 11 specific parts: the penis, foreskin, testes, seminal vesicles, prostate, urethra, scrotum, epidermis, vas deferens, ejaculatory duct, and bulbourethral glands. Further, there are 3 main functions of the male reproductive system. 1. The production, maintenance, and transport of sperm and semen. 2. The discharge of sperm within the female reproductive tract. 3. Lastly, the production and secretion of male sex hormones. Likewise, the female reproductive system consists of 9 specific parts: the ovaries, fallopian tubes, uterus, vagina, vulva, clitoris, labia majora, labia minora, and the Bartholin glands. Similar to its male counterpart, 3 main functions of the female reproductive system can be identified. 1. The production and transport of egg cells. 2. The housing and nurturing of fertilized egg cells. And 3. The maintenance of the reproductive cycle through the production and secretion of female sex hormones. Some other notable systems that work closely with the reproductive system include the muscular system, through menstruation and birth in females and arousal before, during, and after intercourse in both sexes. The skeletal system, in the secretion of growth hormones during puberty. The endocrine system, in the production of hormones to nurture an embryo following fertilization. And the circulatory system, that of which provides blood for the stimulation and processes of both the male and female reproductive systems. In contrast to humans and mammals, birds do not have similar reproductive organs at all. Instead of penises and vaginas, both sexes of birds have something known as cloaca. The cloaca is an internal chamber that ends in an external opening. Through this, the bird's sex organs of either testes or ovaries discharge sperm and eggs. Intercourse between birds happens when the birds rub their cloaca together, with this male bird depositing a sperm into the female's cloaca. The sperm then travels down the chamber and fertilizes the egg. Some diseases that may occur in the reproductive system or due to the processes carried out by the reproductive system include dysmenorrhea, which is the most common of the reproductive disorders, and is categorized by severe and sometimes chronic pain as a result of menstruation, lasting anywhere from 1 to 7 days on average. Prostatitis, which is the swelling or inflammation of the prostate gland, leading to difficult and or painful urination and ejaculation. HIV and AIDS, that of which are not explicitly sexually transmitted diseases, however are transmittable through intercourse, and diseases leading to immune system deficiencies. As for plants, plants reproduce through a process known as pollination. However, plants can reproduce sexually or asexually. During pollination, pollen, the equivalent of sperm in a plant, enters the ovule. Fertilization of egg cells carried by the ovule occurs and seeds are in turn formed. Following the dispersal of these seeds, new plants may grow. Now for some fun facts about the reproductive system. Until the 18th century, the male and female reproductive organs were considered exact counterparts of the same system, and were in turn termed the exact same things. In other words, the female ovaries were in turn testes, the uterus a scrotum, the vagina a penis, and so forth. There are about 1 in 2,000 women in the world who are born with 2 uteruses, as a result of normal development, in which the only difference is the partial instead of full connection of tubes that connect to make up the uterus normally. This means about 2.5% of the world's female population have developed this through normal birth and development. Lastly, female kangaroos naturally develop 3 vaginas, the first and third for mating, and the central for birth. Likewise, male kangaroos have 2-pronged penises. Need I say more?
Glucagon into the body. Glucagon into the body.